from. We've got Steve Barron, one of our top leaders and key people within the organization. Also on the call, we've got Stian Andre from Bali, one of the key management members of our team. So exciting times, things are happening, promotion is going well, people are excited around the world, and it's great to have you on this call with us today. Now we've got Andres has just joined us. Welcome to the call, Andres. Can you
How
hear
are
us?
you doing today? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear, Andres.
Fantastic, fantastic. It's been a very busy week for all of us here at the office. It's a lot of things happening, and we have some exciting stuff to share with you today. It's not going to be the most amazing graphics, but it's going to be some amazing concepts and numbers and pitch on the strategy we are doing the next days and weeks. So I think we should all get started.
Absolutely. All over to you, Andres.
Okay, I will turn off the camera and we'll share a little presentation with you. So this town hall meeting, it's all about today is a little bit update from the headquarters here in Norway, and we're going to speak about cards today. We're going to speak about the non-fungible token scheme, the NFT scheme. And for those of you with experience or insight in the crypto industry, that is the crazy talk of everyone these days. So needless to say, our business model as at large with the private blockchain connected to the public blockchain and the whole blockchain sort of system we have created is uniquely designed for this. And this has been in our plans since way before the craze started. So those of you remember our early pictures way back, year back, we already had this there. So we already been planning this for a long time. And in the game, we have now really created and implemented the card scheme at a very cool level. So are you, let me just double check that. Yes, you're able to see. Yes. But before we move on that today, I would like to congratulate four great performers the past few days. Thomas Böhm in Germany, Urata Kenichi in Japan, Toshika Watanabe in Japan, and Datpam in Germany, actually, to becoming new directors. We have a lot of more coming shortly, I see from the statistics, so that's really good. Thank you for a great accomplishment this week, and we hope to see even more coming next week. So let's revert to the card scheme. This is from the general presentation how the cards are functioning in the game, and we kind of taken it to a whole new level now. And what we have done is that we split the card scheme into 5 different type of cards, and they will all have a great value inside the game. That's the first and the most prominent features. At the same time, we work very hard not to dilute the game scheme to make sure we have a utility value, and for certain of the collections we need to have rarity, we need to have collector value, and we need to have some uniqueness into our series. So I'm going to talk today about mostly about the financial rationale behind these cards and how they work in the game. So let's first talk about the main series of cards. We have cards we call bronze, silver, and gold. These cards, as you remember inside the game, you can purchase these cards either before you play the game or during the gameplay. So these cards will relate to either easy questions with bronze, or silver for medium questions, and gold for hard questions. And we have changed a little bit inside the question, how should I say, the level of difficulties in the app. We have taken out a very hard category for now, and we're just going to run with easy, medium, and hard. And they are all connected to these bronze cards. So when it comes to football, because we already completed the football cards. So for football, we are creating cards of the top 100 players in the world ever. It dates back to the very beginning, nearly 100 years ago. So we have top 100 players. These are only icon players or really famous. They will be kind of how should I say, will be frequent in our game. You will meet them right, left, and center in different capacities. So these questions will actually have a great or these cards will have a great value connected to the game and their clubs. It's more coming, but this is the very first start of our card game. So we have the top 100 players, and we have 100 cards per player for each series. So that means we are splitting that into mini series of 10 cards. So let's say you have 10 cards times 10 different series. That's 100 cards per player. So you will only find 10 cards that are identical. Okay, this is very important. So we are creating a collector value of these cards by adding different designs and different editions of that. So that's really cool. But this will, with 100 players and 100 cards each, we have 10,000 cards in each of the colors there. We have 10,000 bronze cards, we have 10,000 silver cards, and 10,000 gold cards. This is for the football scheme. And this is sufficient to create both uniqueness, because they are split into different players, and they also it's enough to become financially viable for us to operate the card scheme, and they also make sense in the game in terms of usability. We're going to look at that in the next slide. So, but we are taking it to we are adding a new level of cards. We are adding, like we discussed before, legend cards. Legend and origin. Origin will be the first, or is actually the first public appearance of a football player in a match. It could be the first goal in a national contest of, let's say, Messi, Ronaldo, David Beckham, whatever. It's the first card. And we only have one per player of those cards. Only one per player. So there are only 100 players, because it all started with that. That's where the career started. And this is all synced with football cards all over the world. If you look at eBay and you search for the category origin cards, you will find them selling at hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is only one unique card. So that card will be very special. I'm not sure if we're going to sell it, because the price is going to be pretty good. So I'm not sure if we're going to sell it. Most likely we will sell it, because it's a huge collector item. And when you look at the financial value of it, it's going to be tremendous. Then we have Legend. That's 10 cards per player. And 100 players makes only 1,000 Legend cards in the world for every play, for us totally. Those cards are let's say the doorstep to Origin, but it's only 10 of those. So both the Legend and Origin have some really, really cool value in our game. Really good value. We're going to look into that now. But first of all, let's recap. Bronze, silver, and gold. Bronze facilitate the easy questions. Silver, the medium questions. Gold, the hard questions. They are all connected, and we're going to look into that. They are all connected, because the gold card contain both the bronze and the silver contain the bronze. So they are all connected. And for those of you familiar with matching, you're gonna love this card scheme. So let's look at the potential here. If you look at the potential here, we have just completed a valuation of Super One. That valuation is a valuation of the company. It's a valuation of the super token. It's a valuation of the card scheme and the spaces. I'm not going to disclose the numbers now, but we have professional financial analysts that have created this. They signed off yesterday. And even the card schemes are potentially valued into hundreds of millions of dollars. But let's look into the card, how they're working. Given our tournament, if we take as an example one tournament every week, we will have nearly 6 billion questions answered in a year. 6 billion questions. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot of questions, but it's not an insane amount. It is a lot, but 6 billion questions. And there are 10 questions in each gameplay, and we are close to 6 billion. If we take 25%, we'll use these cards. That will give us 1.5 billion usage of these cards. Not all of them will be paid uses, but most of them. So if you look into a price of only 1 credit or $10 cent on the bronze cards, and $30 cent or 3 credits on silver, and $0.50 on the gold card, we get yearly staking. It's really big numbers. $2.5 million on bronze. Silver will return $7.5 million, and a whopping 12.5 million goes to the card scheme of gold. And all of these cards will have 10,000 cards issued each. So when you look on the value, and I will sort of say that these are estimates only. They are based on one tournament every week. They are based on the fact that 25% of the questions are covered with a bronze, silver, or gold. It's based on an equal distribution between bronze, silver, and gold consumption. You will have yearly staking per bronze card of $250 million, not $250. Sorry, could have been million, but unfortunately not. For the silver, we are calculating $750, and for the gold, we are calculating 1,250 in pure staking. And this is of course based on $10 cent, $30 cent, $50 cent, and half a billion usage a year. This could be much less, and it could be much more. So this is just to give you a ballpoint figure where we are with the card scheme. And you will see how we have constructed the card scheme in a very thorough way. If you look into the market, there's a lot of different NFTs out there with little or no financial value. We are taking this to a whole new level. So we introduced something called matching. It's really cool. It's really cool. So the silver cards will also earn 5% staking from the bronze level, meaning you can add $250 in annual revenue to the silver card. That happens momentarily. So we are waiving the 10% in staking, and we can do much more. So $1,000 the silver card could bring home every day, not every year, potentially. The bronze card don't have anything to match. It's the first level. So for those of you familiar with the matching inside the network, this is crazy. This is crazy numbers. So if you look at the gold card will bring home matching from both, 100% matching from the bronze and the silver, bringing its annual potential revenue at this scenario to more than $2,000. More than $2,000 for the gold card in staking payout on an annual basis. And that will drive significant value and collector value to that card scheme. If you look on the prices for these cards, when we're opening, we're gonna have $250 for the bronze card. We're gonna have $500 for the silver and $1,000 for the gold card. We have done detailed analysis of the NFT market, and we feel we are not in the high end, but we are not in the lowest end. But given the value that our cards potentially have financially and collector and quality and utility in the game, we truly believe this card scheme is really massive for us. And we will issue more than 30,000 cards. We will do it in tranches. It will happen slowly. So we are not, overfilling the market, sort of, not flooding the market. We're going to do this. And we're going to sell this to you that's already been on the platform for a while. Like we promised, we're going to give you the 50% discount, and you need to fork out 12,500 credits for the bronze card, 25,000 for the silver card, and 50,000 for the gold card. We will have limited availability to the existing members. Like we said before, we will allocate 10% of this as the Genesis card scheme to the existing members. And that will be prepared in the app or on a special website where you connect and use your credits. We need to bring this card scheme also outside the application. The whole crypto world is crazy at the moment, but they are also crazy connected to Ethereum. Ethereum is the predominant currency in this market, and we are now preparing to have our own store also on the OpenSea, which is the biggest NFT store in the world with tremendous potential. So we need to also take this outside the platform. What we will do, we will stay on our promise. So all those transactions will be part of the staking that's going to be bring inside the platform. So the 10% staking to the token for the monthly transaction, etc., will maintain, but we will have external purchasers of these cards. We need to do that because we can't require them to sign up in the app, go into Ripple, buy credits, and then buy the cards. It's a little bit too complicated. We need to be there where the Ethereum is ready to shoot, ready to do. Once they bought it, they will need to register into the app, and then we will have a link rotation for the affiliate, so you're able to catch them when they get into the app later. So that's the way we're going to do this. We think this card scheme is really, really solid, and the team has worked effortlessly for quite a long time, and we have all the 100 football players in making. We are rolling this out not that far away, and we really want to also get it into the store so you can buy them. You will definitely have the first batch of these coming your way, and we are balancing this with the next series getting out in the open market. And we need to use the Ethereum technology, which is the leading technology when it comes to NFT schemes. That's all the research we done, all the things. So this is really looking good, and it has a great value inside the game, both in terms of a playability, that you will get free pass if you hold the card, or you can consume the card to get free pass, or if you collect them, and you will have financial rewards coming your way, because like we always do on our platform, these cards are part of the staking. So don't forget that the main super token is partaking in all this. That's the main super token is always included in these staking transactions with 10%. So, but we are not stopping there. We've taken it to a whole new level with the legend and the origin. If you looked at the NFT market, there are some crazy numbers. We see some cards or some projects or some items being sold at what we can describe as ridiculously high amounts. So we created what we called a little bit dream case, I must say. We created the legend card and the origin card, and they will not only function in the game, but you don't buy them or rent them in the game. You can buy them and you will get a lot of free pass. You will get a lot of other stuff. You will get free pass into the, if you hold legend or you hold origin, you will get free pass into tournaments. There's a lot of perks related to that. They are expensive, but they will also drive home significant value in terms of staking. So if you look a little bit on how this, I see there is a little type where we're missing one zero. It's $22 million for each of the legend and the origin. So sorry for that. But these cards will bring home a lot. And when you look on the payout for these cards, you're looking at the payout, yearly payout for the legend, more than $20,000, given the same parameters as we had earlier on the gold and the silver and the bronze card. And for the origin, they will surpass $200,000. So, like I said in the beginning, these cards are definitely designed to meet the most crazy NFT collectors out there. We don't expect really to sell them, and we don't need to sell them, but we have them there as exclusive. It's a little bit, if you go to a fashion store, let me, for example, say Louis Vuitton, you can buy a nice bag, but you can also buy one of their most exclusive crocodile skin bags that cost 10 or 100 times more. So this is our little Crocodile Dundee bag. So the cool thing with these cards is that if they are sold, it brings a lot of staking and a lot of revenue to the company. So we priced our legend cards at $10,000, which is not that high given the market condition. And we priced our origin cards at $100,000. We have seen many NFTs being sold much higher, and they don't have that utility value and the financial value attached to it like we have in our system. So we think this is it's a little bit of a moonshot for us. We are not going to release this as the first. We're going to release the bronze, silver, and gold with limited version starting very shortly. So I think this was what I wanted to share with you about the cards. I can also say that the bigger packs are now ready. We are launching or opening them ASAP. We are waiting for Apple's approval, and it was submitted early yesterday, and we are now waiting for them to just approve the new update in the app. It's all ready, so latest Monday. We hope to do it before. We will push the bigger packs, and there is a lot of other stuff coming that we have been working on now. So that's the card scheme. It is something truly unique for us, and it really builds into the game and the whole game experience, and it provides, or how should I say, provides and capitalizes on the most recent trends in the crypto industry, how NFTs is being created. So our team is working very hard to get this out there as fast as possible. But as you all know, we have more than 20 people working for us in India, really hardworking, great people. They are working under what we can call very adverse conditions these days. I'm proud of their moral and workability. They have been locked up inside their apartments and houses for more than 3 weeks with food delivery on the door. and we all see in the news how they are all fighting in India. So we should be happy that we are at least moving at nearly full speed. And we have 2 people in quarantine out of work. We have 20 on the daily work there. So that's all for now, Adam. You have any questions for me?
No questions, Andreas. We've answered them all.
That's cool. So then we're gonna round it off. A lot of exciting stuff coming out from us here in Super One, and we have a white paper in making. We have a lot of stuff. We are moving on the NFTs. Spaces, of course, is also part of the NFT. The token itself, the super token, we're really working on that. We're gonna also release that very shortly. So we have some exciting stuff when it comes to that. The whole market is changing, and there is a lot of good momentum going on. So what we should always repeat, like we started, we had some great people ranking up. You should really get in and make use of the 20% frontline commission you get for selling. Get in there, and don't forget about the 1 million super that's going to be airdropped for May. Get in there and make sure you take part of this. Thank you very much, and have a great weekend. And if anything, reach out to your team members or us, and we will keep you updated. Thank you very much.